In recent years, there have been several groundbreaking studies offering fascinating insights into the minds of our feline friends. These studies are gradually unraveling the mysteries of how our feline companions perceive and interact with their surroundings, and perhaps even more intriguingly, with us humans. Can cats truly sense a bad person? Do they possess a protective instinct towards their owners? In this video, we're diving into these captivating questions, uncovering the incredible capabilities of cats. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our feline-loving community. Can cats sense a bad person? It's a common belief among cat owners that their feline friends have a special knack for judging character. While it might seem like a mystical ability, there's actually some interesting behavioral and sensory science behind this perception. Firstly, cats are exceptionally observant animals. They have an uncanny ability to pick up on nonverbal cues that we humans might not even be aware we're giving off. This includes subtle changes in body language, tone of voice, and even our actions. It's all part of a cat's instinctive nature to be aware of their environment and the people in it. Their survival both in the wild and in domestic settings has often depended on this keen sense of observation. While there isn't concrete scientific evidence that cats can label someone as inherently bad, research does indicate that cats are quite attuned to human emotions. This means they're likely to respond differently to people based on how those individuals make them feel. For example, a person who is tense, aggressive, or unpredictable might emit cues that a cat finds unsettling or threatening. Furthermore, cats have an extraordinary sense of smell. They can detect various scents and pheromones that humans emit, some of which change with our emotions. So when a person who is anxious, angry, or deceitful enters a room, they could be releasing subtle odors that a cat can pick up on. These scents might alert the cat to a potential threat or an undesirable situation, influencing their behavior towards that individual. Can cats be protective of their owner? Despite their domestication, cats retain a lot of their wild instincts. In the wild, a cat's survival depends on a keen sense of their environment and the ability to detect potential threats. This instinct doesn't just disappear when they're in a human home. Instead, it can manifest as protective behavior towards their human family. Cats often form strong bonds with their owners, contrary to the belief that they are solitary creatures. This bond can be as deep and affectionate as that between dogs and their owners. When a cat feels a strong connection with someone, they may exhibit behaviors that can be interpreted as protective. Let's talk about the body language of a protective cat. If they sense a threat, say a stranger in the house, or even an unfamiliar noise, they may position themselves in a way that allows them to watch and react. This might involve sitting in a strategic location where they can keep an eye on the potential intruder. If they perceive a real threat, some cats might hiss or puff up their fur to appear more intimidating. Cats have been known to stand their ground against larger animals to protect their young or their owners. For example, there are documented cases where domestic cats have faced off against coyotes or other large animals to keep them away from their home and human family. Moreover, the protective nature of a cat can also extend to other pets or children in the household. Cats have been observed guarding and looking after the well-being of other pets, or even babies in the family. This behavior showcases their deep understanding of family dynamics and their willingness to take on a protective role when necessary. Can cats remember you, even after a long time? Cats have a pretty impressive memory, especially when it comes to the people they've bonded with. Our felines don't just remember through visuals, they use a mix of senses. Your unique scent, the sound of your voice, the way you move, all these things are filed away in your cat's memory bank. This multisensory recognition is key to why cats can remember their owners after long periods. Here's something that supports this idea. Cats have what's called associative memory. This means they remember things by associating them with certain outcomes or experiences. So if you've always been the one to feed them, cuddle them, or play with them, those positive associations stick in their minds. But how long can they remember? While there's no exact expiry date on a cat's memory, numerous stories from cat owners suggest that cats can remember their owners for months or even years after being separated. There are countless heartwarming stories of cats reuniting with their owners after long periods and displaying clear signs of recognition and affection. Can cats understand our facial expressions? So, can cats actually understand when you're smiling, or if you're upset just by looking at your face. Research suggests they might have this ability, at least to some extent. Cats may not be able to decipher every little nuance of our expressions, but they seem to get the gist of our basic emotions. Cats are extremely observant and can be very sensitive to changes in their environment, including our facial expressions. They might notice, for example, that a smile is usually followed by a pleasant interaction. Over time, they learn to associate certain facial expressions with specific outcomes, like getting petted or fed. Many cat owners have shared stories of how their cat might come and snuggle up when they see you're sad, or keep their distance when you look angry or frustrated. Cats can also respond to more subtle cues. For instance, they might pick up on a worried or stressed expression and react accordingly, either by being more affectionate or giving you space. Can cats predict bad weather? To answer this question, let's dig into the science a bit. Cats have highly sensitive ears. This means they can detect changes in atmospheric pressure, which often happen before a big weather shift like a storm or rain. Beyond their hearing, cats also have a keen sense of smell. Some scientists believe that this heightened sense of smell helps them to pick up on the ions that are released into the air before a storm. Many cat owners have reported observing unusual behavior in their cats before a weather change. This might include being more clingy, hiding more than usual, or being unusually restless. Interestingly, this isn't just limited to domestic cats. Farmers and sailors have long observed similar behavior in cats, using them as a kind of natural barometer. Before the days of modern meteorology, it was common to watch cats and other animals' behavior to predict the weather. Cats also seem to react to seismic activities. There have been reports of cats behaving oddly before earthquakes. Can cats smell illnesses? There have been numerous accounts from cat owners who noticed their feline friends acting unusually attentive or clingy just before they experienced a health issue like a migraine, seizure, or diabetic episode. Some cats have been reported to persistently sniff at a particular body part of their owner, which later turned out to be the exact spot where a medical issue was discovered, such as a tumor. These anecdotal reports are supported by some scientific findings. Research has shown that various diseases can alter a person's body odor. While there's no direct study proving that cats can detect these specific changes in humans, their extraordinary sense of smell suggests it's a possibility. Interestingly, this isn't just limited to physical illnesses. Cats may also pick up on changes in their owner's mental health. Some cat owners have reported their pets being particularly affectionate or attentive when they are feeling down or anxious. The scientific community is still exploring the extent of a cat's ability to detect illness. However, there are already some practical applications for animals with this ability. For instance, dogs have been trained to sniff out certain types of cancers and alert their handlers to dangerously low blood sugar levels in diabetics. It's not too far-fetched to think that in the future, cats could also be trained for similar tasks.